Alright, so I'm at a property here. I don't know what y'all can see because you're on my head. Probably what I can see. But I started a little bit over here in this area. We got some trimming to do. And I got some trees to take out. I'm gonna spray paint them here so I don't forget. Gotta remove this one. I gotta trim up some of these other ones. I might turn into a removal. I don't know. I gotta remove this one here. I gotta trim up along this fence row on all four, all along the perimeter. I gotta trim up stuff like this. It's gonna whack you in the face when you're mowing. We get all the dead ash trees out of here. All the stuff that already fell. Cleaning that up. There's actually quite a few dead ash trees here. Like this one. It's quite a bit. I'm not gonna mark every single one, but that one. That one. This one. This one. This is just to show you guys. But we got quite a few dead ash trees. Here's another one over here. Got this mess here we're gonna get rid of. Like I said, trim up stuff like this. It's gonna whack you in the face when you're mowing. Like this. I mean, that's gonna get removed anyway. That thing's completely hollow. This is another ash tree here. Again, trimming up stuff like this. Trim up that. Pretty much everything along this fence row. Well, this one here is from the neighbor's tree. We're gonna trim that up. Like all this stuff here is trees that used to be here. They got cut down to a stump and then the stumps are growing. This is like a regrowth from that stump. So we're gonna get rid of this stuff here. We're gonna remove this guy here. Clean up this brush. Go along back and clean up the fence row. Then there's a pine tree that I'm gonna go climb here. And yeah, I mean, it's a fairly big job. But as you can see with all the spray paint, I mean, there's a lot of trees to come down. I'm just one guy. But we'll get climbing this pine tree and I'll talk about it. Alright, so we're back here on this pine tree. You know, I did the walk around over there. I didn't show you guys this. A lot of this has to be trimmed too. I trimmed up all this stuff that's laying on the ground here. I don't know if I should trim up that branch there. I mean, I'm 6'3". I walked under there with my helmet and I did not hit. But I don't know, it just kind of looks funky, that big heavy branch drooping down there. So I might trim that all up. These ones here got to be trimmed up. Got a lot going on. But I just did my pre-climb checks. You know, got our saw going. Got my harness on, got my spurs on. So I'm gonna climb this pine here. It's dead, so I'm gonna be careful. I ain't going all the way to the top though, so it should be okay. So let's get up here. And as we go up, I'll talk a little bit about this job to some of y'all beginners out there starting your own business, tree business, or any other business for that matter. Same principles apply, I guess. Alright, so just kind of checking my spurs out, making sure they're still how I like them. I might tighten this one a bit. That one feels better. Tighten this other one here. Oops. Alright, check in when I'm up there. Alright, we made it to where I gotta cut. Start cutting anyway. Look at this all out here. Start cutting. If it hits that building, don't matter, because we're also going to tear that up next fiscal year. Get rid of this mud. Might have to sharpen this chain soon. Just cut an elm and a big mulberry with it not too long ago. Not sharpened the chain yet, so I might have to. Anyway, so if you're a beginning business owner and you got a big job lined up, when you get on it, don't, you know, you can get overwhelmed pretty easy on jobs like this, but if you break it down into little sections, it's not that overwhelming. Like on this one, you know, you can see I did most of my work in this little corner here. You know, I'm just focused on getting this tree down today. You know, I trimmed up a little bit so I'm not whacking my face off stuff. And that's pretty much it for today. You know, I'm just gonna focus on this and a little bit of trimming right here. And, you know, it's not that bad. If I try to focus on everything, every aspect of this job, it gets really overwhelming. It's really easy to, you know, get stressed out, get psyched out to the point where you can barely function. And, you know, that's all self-inflicted. Just, you know, just focus on small little things, like taking down this tree. And then once this tree is down, you know, that's less you got to do at this job. And then you move on to, you know, taking down another tree. And before you know it, the job is complete. So, you know, just don't stress yourself out trying to worry about everything all at once. You know, just one thing at a time. One of the first big jobs I got in my welding business was them stairs. I made a few videos of. Well, I had 100 some sets of stairs to build or repair. And you know, like I said, I mean, I had like maybe 5 or 6 little tiny jobs before that. And I got right on that. And I mean, that was overwhelming at first. But you know, you just break it down into one flight of stairs at a time, and it's a lot easier to handle mentally, especially when you're doing this stuff by yourself. So that's my advice to y'all beginning business owners. This is the part where it makes me nervous. If it was living, I wouldn't really care. This tree's been dead, I don't know for how long. I might get up one more, get them branches off, and then cut the top out of her. Kind of getting to a point where, I don't know, it just kind of feels a little bit sketchy. I guess that's normal, climbing trees. I don't know. I'm trying to judge how tall this thing is and where I gotta go with it. I mean, it's definitely leaning this way. It's gonna get tangled up in that. I really don't want to hit that too much. If I hit this building, it don't matter. But it's so tall, it's gonna go over into the fence. So I think I'm gonna try to stick it over there. I don't know. I might try to get a little more of these limbs cut off. I don't know how high it's really safe to climb these things. I mean, I'm less than 2 hand widths in width on a dead pine tree, so I don't know. Really don't know. I don't want to push it too much. I don't want to on-weight too much of it at one time either. Especially on a dead one like this. Not when I'm up in it, anyway. If I was in a bucket, I wouldn't really care too much. The things I do for money. Alright, I don't know, I think it might be ready to just cut the top out of it before I get too high up in this thing and have it fall. And that top is dead, so if it does hit something, I mean, it ain't gonna mess it up too bad. If it does, I'll just remove the whole thing. Whatever it does hit, so. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna send this thing. I'm gonna get into a safe spot. Get our double line tied in and send her over. Alright, so I'm like triple tied in right now. Got my climb rope here. Got this normal lanyard, and I got this other lanyard that's got the loop-de-doo in it. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're ready. Trying to shift my feet around here, get a comfortable spot. It's hard on your hips sometimes. Especially when you're trying to, you know, get a good, comfortable spot, but also be out of the way when this thing comes down and be in a spot to hold on. I don't like being too far back, because then if it shakes, you know, you can pinwheel down the tree. If you're close, I mean, you can at least tighten up on this and stop from pinwheeling down the tree. So, I don't know. And it's definitely a lot more top than I would like to take down all at once, but I think it is good enough. I mean, I'm at the top of this house here. That's really the only thing I don't want to hit. I'm not going to hit that. I don't care about this building. I'm not going to hit that shed. So I'm trying not to destroy them trees, but if I do hit them, it's whatever, I guess. So here we go. This is kind of one of them things where once you start, there ain't no takebacks. So if you're gonna commit. If not, get down and do it another day. All right, so time to do it, I guess. I think that's good. A little bit off on that cut, so I'll make this top one. Boom. There we go. I think that is a good notch. So now I'm going to try to get my left foot out of the way, just in case that slides down and decides to hit my foot. And I'm going to throw the climb line kind of this way a little bit too. That way, if it goes towards the climb line, hopefully, I'm just making a tangled mess here. At least got enough to do what I need to do, I guess. All right. Guess it's go time here. Well, actually, yeah, I'll get my feet out of the way. Like I said, I'm a fat tree climber, bro. Ain't as in shape as some of them guys. Alright. If everything goes right, it's going towards that maple tree there, but it's gonna miss the little conifer. Gonna readjust my foot one more time. All right. Not the most comfortable foot position ever. I'm kind of in a weird spot of this tree, but alright, whatever. I'll probably make do with that. This is a big top. But I already got the notch in it, so it's coming down one way or another. If it shakes a little bit, it is what it is, bro. I just kind of ease into them, make sure everything is still going correctly, because once you commit, like I said, you gotta commit. There ain't no takebacks in this game. At this point in time, if I had to, I could still safely bail out. If I had to. But if I go a little bit further, bailing out might not be an option. So that's why I always go slow with these. Kind of right there, almost at the tipping point, I think. I should start bringing like a little wedge bar or something up in the tree with me. Kind of use as a felling lever. If I had a little bit of wind, that would probably go right now. But I do not. Trying to leave a hinge. It's like rocking, bro. It's right there. Right there. I do need to start carrying a wedge with me when I'm up in the trees. Chainsaw bar ain't heavy enough to wedge that over, but if I had a wedge, it would go. Here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. Hit a little bit of that maple, ain't a big deal. But fell right where I wanted it to. So now I can climb down, get rid of this stick, get rid of that, and that'll be the day. water. So my log guy is looking for some longer pine. Said 16 foot, so we're just gonna cut her right here. Call her good. I ain't trying to get the most value out of these logs. I don't know, I like taking them to the mill instead of cutting them up. That one's over 9 foot, so we can get an 8 footer out of there. This one in, that's good for the mill. Alright, so this tree's all cut up now. Boom. And just like that, you know, this job just became a lot more manageable. Usually I would just back the truck right up here, ship right into it, call it good. With how wet it is, I might try to ship into a wheelbarrow, wheel it into the dump trailer. I don't know, play around with that. But yeah, it's a big job. Take it one step at a time. Ain't too bad.